When it comes to looking at land for real estate development, you want to make sure that you are careful in your assumptions. So a lot of times people will look at a piece of land, especially if it's zoned commercial or if it has high density residential. It'll say that allowable zoning, or the zoning allows for 24 units an acre or 18 units an acre, or so many lots per acre in terms of size. If it allows for 10,000 square foot per lot, you think you can get so many per acre. Just because the zoning allows for a certain amount of density doesn't always mean you can get that amount of density on the property. Commercial, retail, rule of thumb, office a lot of time is about 10,000 square foot an acre, but it depends on where you're at and what the zoning requirements, laws, rules, regulations are. Things like setbacks, lot coverage, height restrictions, floor area ratios, open space, green space. You've got parking requirements, you've got easements and access, you've got utilities. Topography is a big deal. Stormwater management, stormwater runoff. If you're forced to retain stormwater on site, that takes up a good bit of your footprint. You can do some of that stuff underground, just like parking, but that drives the cost. So there's a lot of things you need to take in consideration. So when you're looking at a piece of land for development or redevelopment, if you're looking to tear down some houses, let's just talk about vacant land right now. And it says that you can do so many units an acre or so many square foot an acre, so many lots per acre. Just make sure you understand the rules and the zoning when it comes to residential land for subdivision. There's different rules that come into play. But right now we're talking about buildings, either multifamily, commercial, retail, industrial, whatever it is. You're going to have a number of units, or you're going to have so much square footage that you're allowed to do. You need to take into consideration all of those restrictions: setbacks, lot coverage, height restrictions, floor area requirements, stormwater, utilities, access, parking, whether you have to park everybody on site, off site, whatever the considerations are. You need to look very deep at that before you spend any money doing feasibility on that property to determine whether or not you can actually develop it. So that's the first step, is understand the rules and requirements for the development of the property to maximize the density. Once you get that, then you go into your highest and best use study, which is determining what's the highest and best use for the property based on the demand in the market and all of the metrics surrounding it. But for now, that's the first thing that you want to think about when you're looking at a piece of raw land, vacant land for development.